All right, we're back. This is Mr. Peterson looking at the Chapter 4 review for Honors Algebra 2. And in this section, we're supposed to solve these systems by using inverse matrices. Okay, so what we do is we take the first four coefficients. I'm highlighting them there in blue, and we put them into a matrix. And then we put the variables in its matrix, and finally we write the constant matrix on the other side. And then we apply the little memorized formula. A inverse B is the x value, since x stands for this unknown matrix here. And you have to do the fish first. So downhill you get -6. When you sweep around and subtract 1 times 4, which is 4, -6 minus 4 gives -10, and you can see I put that underneath that 1 down there. Then to find the inverse, you have to switch places in that direction. You can see I made those guys play musical chairs. And in the uphill direction, you change the signs of the numbers. So where we had +4 and +1, we now have -4 and -1. Okay, the next thing you want to do is multiply these two matrices, and I didn't show all the work on that, but here's the result. I will show you where the negative or the +30 comes from. It's in the top row and only column. So then if you multiply -2 times 5, you get 10, and -1 times -20, you get 20. Adding 10 and 20 gives the 30. Okay, once you're at that point, you have to divide by -10, and that gives you your final result, the matrix -3, 4. In this case, the little x value is -3, and the little y value is 4, and you can see that we called that x and y earlier. Okay, the next problem is the same type exactly, so we're just going to go through the same process. We rewrite the coefficient matrix at the front. In this case, we've decided to use the variable matrix. Instead of doing the x over the y, I just put a big X. And the constants go on the other side. So now what we have is A times X equals B. And we're going to multiply these. So we're going to do the inverse of A times B. So we start with the fish value, 12 minus 9 in this case, which would be this 3 down here. And then we make these switch places. And in the other directions, they switch signs, and you can see that. And once you get that inverse in place, you put the B behind it, because you're going to be multiplying A inverse times B. All right, so multiply these two matrices, and you get 3 over -12. Let me show you the -12. It's on the bottom row and only column, so use the bottom row here in the only column. And you'd get, let's see, 30 in that direction. And the next pair would be -42, and that adds up to -12. So all that's left is divide everything by 3 here, and you get the 1 and the -4 in the matrix. So the little x is 1, and the y is -4. Okay, so number 29 is 3 by 3, and you have to do the determinant on the calculator. So what you want to do to show your work is just write down exactly what it appears like on your calculator. And you will get a decimal number, I believe. You'll get 0.5 in that location. So you do have to say math, enter, enter. And that'll fix the decimals and make them into fractions. Okay, so your result is 1/2, 3, and -5. This corresponds with the x value, y value, and z value. So that one is solved. And we'll pick up the next problem, number 30, on the next video.